Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. See, I got one person in here. Baby girl Wendy, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody who tuned in last night for the live conversation. Definitely was a good topic and talk. Definitely was needed. Um, and if you missed it, you can always catch the replay. I left two links in the chat because they was kind of disturbing. So I just felt those need to be put out. You know, one thing I am adamant about when I speak on certain things that are general, they are general. Those ones right there, general, because we see this happening everywhere. Minus in certain spots where they not playing with that personal gun having, but everywhere else, yeah, it's about crazy. You know, and the sad part about it, you know, you got baby faces that are doing the utmost right now. They up. You know, and it's sad when you got kids that's not even 14, 15, wasting their life in the streets trying to be a part of something basically. Kev, what's going on? Life stories, what's going on, my guy? You know, those two right there should tell you. One situation I feel was messed up because uh you ain't necessarily have to shoot him in his back. You ain't even necessarily have to do nothing. Because in all actuality, you was the furthest away from the situation. But I also want this to be a reminder. That first short, I want that to be a reminder. And this is a public service announcement for some of y'all youth out there that's on that defense tip. Um, if you can't afford something, you might as well just wait. And if you're going to do something because you feel you can just do it, don't be surprised when you see these type of situations happening. Now, again, I'm not making no light or no situation, but I feel y'all need to be more mindful and careful of the things you do. See, and this is where we got a problem because some people even see it on here. You see videos where you got people robbing and stealing and there's no consequences. No, there are consequences to that. Because if you don't get locked up, you could possibly get killed, even if it's your first time attempting to do anything of that sort. And I'm sorry, but it's time to be more safer now. Why worry about losing? Why worry about losing your life on all the cause because you want to try to steal something that's not necessarily needed to be stolen? You know, you know, seen some people definitely lose their lives over the silliest, pettiest of things. And then we got people who lost their lives because people was that quote unquote scared, which I feel is not scared. You meant to do that. You know, but this is another prime example. You know, it's messed up on both ends. That boy didn't necessarily have to steal, and he didn't necessarily have to lose his life either. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Got to be more mindful. Start showing love and respect. We building. What's going on, my guy? Mom, she what's going on, baby? Oh no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm not nowhere near a spot with this bird feeder, so I'm good. Um, but those two links that's in the chat, definitely take a look at those because again, you know, you want to see where I'm going with this. Um, Again, that boy didn't have to lose his life, and even though that was in Houston, it still goes to show you, like, you know, you have some people who really just they don't care. Some people are that determined to make an example out of somebody. And again, you know, the youth need to understand. You know, y'all think y'all robbing these stores, you think you doing something great or you doing something to basically disturb the income balance or whatever, but you're really not. And if anything, you're making it look worse, not just on the community, but you're making it look worse on yourself because when you get caught, you're not going to be able to explain why you did what you did. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Riaz, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, nah, they are, Chris. They are, but I'm in a good spot right now. It just finished raining. So now it's like it's trying to be sunny now. Um, but all in all, though, it's the truth. You know, you want the youth not to have to worry about losing their life on either aspect of the game. You know, and if it's not worth it, there's no need to do it. I hear you, baby. Nah, I hear you. I gotta go to work later on tonight, so next couple days gonna be very eventful. You know, and again, I want to say this: parents, guardians, anybody that's dealing with the youth, please try to encourage them, and please try to instill in them positivity. You know, there's no need to be out there thieving if there's no need for it. That situation right there just cost somebody their life. You know, got to be mindful of what you're doing out here. Definitely. You know, and that's everywhere. You know, really have to look at it for what it is. You can't let these kids keep going under the rope like that. You know, especially when you know you could be harnessing that energy for something greater. You know, it's back to what I was saying last night: protection of the youth at all costs. And protection is giving them that knowledge and wisdom. You know, show them that there's something better out there besides trying to rob, steal, or possibly kill. That other link was something crazy because that's an old baby face of mine, and he just went on a rampage. You know, and it's crazy because you know in these areas they don't have too much to really offer for the youth to really stay out of these type of situations. That's why I say it's dire that the people come together and start bringing back stuff that's needed in communities because you could alleviate and definitely at least eliminate some of that drama. You know, the kids should be focusing on the education or just, you know, moving forward productively in life. So not have to worry about being out in the streets trying to prove something. And again, they shouldn't have to go to jail or possibly lose their life to learn a valuable lesson. They shouldn't have to go to jail and do no grown man time to learn that they could have been fixing their life while they was outside. And I say that even to the adults sometimes. Y'all love going back and forth to jail, but what is jail really giving you that the outside world ain't giving? You know, while you are here, you are supposed to be trying to figure out your best possible moves in life, and then you push the game forward. And again, those two shorts, those was just the tip of the iceberg. Because again, you're gonna have things that are not being televised, and if they are being televised, it's not worldwide news. But even still, that right there is a prime example of gotta raise the youth better. You got one that lost their life and one that's possibly gonna lose their life because of you know just because of those different situations taking place. Realist, what's going on? You know, and that's the thing. You know, you gotta wake up on certain days and then you hear stories like that and it's gut wrenching because again, that's another youth lost because of actions. Dawn, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And again, those two shorts that are in the chat, definitely, it is a prime example of why we gotta definitely protect the youth, protect them from doing that hard time they know they not prepared to face, and protect them from losing their life. And as the adults in the community, it's time for some of y'all to really show them better. Chill, Will, what's going on, my guy? Those is dire situations because again, you got one that's going to lose his life because he decided to try to take somebody's life, but it didn't work in his manner. It didn't work because his gun jammed on him. And I feel that was a grace from God that gun jammed because who knows what could have happened. You trying to attempt to shoot another boy, and in the same token, you don't know now if that gun. Not saying if it would have jammed up, but what if it had backfired? You'd have ended up killing yourself. Or if you'd have missed the whole target, you'd have hit a whole innocent person, and for what? Got to figure out why these youth are so angry, and we really need to start like bringing back what's needed. I think I know why some of them are mad because some of them are not getting the love and attention at home, and then they not getting no real type of love and support in these streets. And again, these are dire situations. Now this boy is already being charged for murder, but then now you already getting you getting attempted murder and something else. That's gonna be half of your life going for what? To try to prove something? We need to try to teach these kids the best way to prove themselves in life is just pushing them in the right directions because it's needed right here. Again, another loss of life because nobody was trying to get in their life and do right. And then that boy in Houston lost his life just for stealing a cup. And honestly, I feel those type of situations shouldn't happen because in all honesty, you could have just let them go. But then again, it goes to show you got some establishments that they don't care and they ain't playing. If they already been robbed once or twice, they gonna protect their business at all costs. And that's a two-way street when it comes to that. But again, they shouldn't be out here thieving and not thieving stuff that you know for a fact ain't worth it. You just lost your life trying to steal a cup. When you could have easily just said, listen, I'm a little bit short. You think it's possible? You know, I could pay you back later or whatever. Sometimes you got to open your mouth and say something. When you do it along those lines, you'd be surprised. Sometimes they might let you slide. Fitness, what's going on, my guy? Angel, what's going on? Oh, Angela, my fault. I got to put my screensaver back up. Angela, what's going on, baby? Top of the morning, baby. But again, the youth shouldn't have to worry about those type of situations happening and occurring, but apparently they still happening. And again, some of y'all need to stop always wanting to thief. You might get away with something once, maybe twice. That third time, you're not going to be so lucky. And a lot of times, the only thing you really have to do is just open your mouth. If you know you short on cash on certain things, just open your mouth and say so. And if you can't afford what you're looking for right now, just wait. You got to learn to have some patience. When you impatient or when you just in the notion of taking anything, you're in the notion of just wanting to rob and steal, even if it's from these businesses. Guess what? These are the type of situations you might have happening. If you don't end up getting arrested, you might end up you might end up losing your life. And for what? Show the youth that the thieving and the robbing is not worth it. Because at some point you're gonna make a careless mistake or you're gonna make a terrible mistake, and that could cost you. Yeah, bro. I mean, Chris, I'm telling you, those two links that I put up in there, you know, I had to because I was, it's a clear example of why we got to protect the youth at all costs. And some of these youth, they ain't gonna want to listen and take heed. So those ones we can't really do so much, but just try to at least pray and just hope that they wake up. But for the rest of them, we should be able to do something greater and better. Sorry, another loss of life. It goes to show you, like, loss of life happens on all angles. And again, these youth should be more focused on getting an education and trying to build something better for the future, or trying to be a better part of the future. Again, this is why all these talks be necessary. Because whatever is not being televised, you're seeing in your own areas. You can't say that you don't. And then even again, like last night, we was talking about the situation. You got 30 people within 2 weeks in Cleveland, Ohio missing, and then you got 15 people out here in Brooklyn, New York. Make it make sense that the community don't know what the hell is going on. Or make it make sense that they don't care. This is something that we gotta keep speaking on and fighting and defending because it's time for a change. Yo, word, what's going on, my guy? And again, it's sad because again, those two stories is different in its entirety. But again, it's still loss of life. That's energy wasted. That's a soul wasted. Probably a precious soul that could have been beneficial. That's why I said it's adamant we really get back in the corners. And again, I feel like that was an eerie situation with the first story I put up because again, I know he only stole a cup, but at the end of the day, that shooter was well way beyond. They didn't even have to do it. Honestly, he already was out the door. But it felt like you was that adamant on still making an example out of somebody. And again, how could you be in fear of your life when you got the gun? This is what I don't get. How could you feel that threatened when you the one with the gun and that person ain't got no weapon? But this is why I say this even to the youth now. If you ain't armed and dangerous, you shouldn't be trying to do any type of thieving or robbing because it's not going to end up well for you. And some of these spots is not playing. And again, start using your brains for something better. Stop just trying to follow the crowd or trying to prove something. All about your business. Sounded good on paper, and then you woke up. Sounded good on paper again. It didn't sound good in reality. Keep it pushing. My bad, y'all. Miss QT, what's going on, baby? You know, but again, we got to teach them better, show them better. See, part of it, they seeing what's going on this internet. They see that you got people that's recording every little bit of crime and traffic that they doing, even in their cities. So again, we got to fight the battle on all accords, even on here. Show these youth that there's something better outside of things that's not really accepted. Like I said, unless it got to be a righteous killer, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not taking nobody's life unless I necessarily have to. Yeah, other than that, nah, just not going that far. No doubt, Miss QT, I hear you. And again, happy Tuesday to everybody that pulled in. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yo, Chris, this is what I'm saying. You know, but there goes to show you. Some establishments just do not care. The people in there not gonna care. Especially if they done been robbed more than once. And sometimes it only take once or twice to get robbed at gunpoint for you to say, nah, I'm gonna have to start arming up and strapping up. But then again, it shouldn't have to go that route in the first place. And I've always felt like this. Anybody that was thinking about doing any type of robbery, unless you really plan to do that, unless you really like armed to the team, plan to do everything, don't go in there doing nothing. You can't go doing a crime half-ass. Sorry for saying it like that. You mess around and set yourself up for the kill. And I'm not promoting it, but I'm saying that's just the logic. And it's sad that boy had to lose his life, just like the one in Baltimore about to lose his life. You about to go through the penal system for what? Because again, you went on a rampage and was trying to do something. But again, sometimes that man upstairs be at the right times. Be there at the right times because those type of situations could have got dire. He probably could have shot more than just that boy on the bus. Like I said, those two links that are in the chat, that's for anybody. Y'all can take a look at it. But again, this goes to show you two separate situations, but again, a loss of life. That could have been something productive in life. This is why we got to give them the best possible options. We definitely have to start tipping the scales in the favors of us so we can do what's better for them. And again, we're going to have those who are just going to refuse to help because, again, they already wired and trained to just say it is what it is. But you got those who are only following those in that road. So the ones that are following, at some point, they're going to listen. They're going to hear something. Appreciate you, Miss QT. You already know what it is, baby. And I gotta check to make sure my bell on with you because I ain't been getting no notifications. I know you done did something recently. Yeah, I know, because this the thing, Chris. I know there's certain situations where, all right, you got some that are stealing only because they ain't got nothing in their damn house. If they coming from a trash background, excuse me for saying it like that, they gotta eat. But then again, too, they gotta have a fair mind to say, you know what? Let me just be honest with this person. Maybe they might let me get something. There's been times, man, listen, if I ain't had it, I'll go right to the store and get credit. And I ain't talking about recently. I'm talking about even when I was a kid. If I knew I didn't have certain things I wanted, I would always get credit. But that's because that credit would get paid back. If I was short on something, yo, all right, we got you. You know, again, closed mouth ain't gonna get fed neither. And even if you feel that's the best option for you to do, just be mindful and be mindful that that does come with consequences because some are not gonna want to hear nothing. And then we're gonna have a situation like that. Yeah, that's a fact. But then again, again, is I don't know, bro. That story was just so because again, you ain't want to see that. And when I look close into it, I'm just like, you didn't even necessarily have to shoot him. And again, you could just let him go. It was obvious that boy was running. And he wasn't gonna stop running. But this is why we gotta be more in tune in the community. Because we could avoid some of these things from happening. Even if it is a situation where you thiefing for the better of your family or for your sake, but even still, you gotta be mindful. Again, some of these people do not give two shits. If they feel they gonna get you out of here, they're gonna get you out of here. And listen, you're gonna get more stories like that here and there. Because again, these are things that we need to start fighting on and standing on. Again, we don't need no more loss of life. We need to preserve life. We need those ones that are going to come into the future and do something. We need them to be on all points and all cylinders. Gotta harvest that energy for the right things instead of the wrong things. And again, you got some adults that will push these kids to do something more negative than positive. I remember a couple of years ago, I had one of my boys' little brothers talking about some, yo, let me come smoke with y'all. I looked at him and laughed and said, bro, you better go to school and do what you got to do. Don't even worry about what we doing. I said, now, when you old enough to pay your own bills, do what you got to do, and whatever, and you can do whatever you want to do. Now, I can't tell you nothing, but you ain't doing nothing around me. See, that was the whole thing. I wasn't playing with that. Ain't no youth coming around me. You ain't even old enough to buy a pack of cigarettes, liquor, anything. Nah, you can't come around me. You can't even be around me. I'll calmly move my damn self. Because again, you're supposed to be showing a better example. And that's what I'm saying. We got to bring back the resources that are needed and necessary so we can avoid some of these robberies from happening. And when I find that old one with the other one, even though it was a couple months back, it didn't matter. It goes to show you it don't matter who's stealing. Some of the point, a lot of y'all gonna be upset because you're not playing. I gotta find that old one. I'm gonna probably post that link on another day or another live. You know, four of y'all thought y'all was gonna come in there and rob that store, and that one old man sends y'all running on your way. It almost blew one of your man's arms off for real. Goes to show you, some people have been robbed more than once, and if it was damn near life or death experience, or it was damn near death experience, they are gonna be armed to the teeth. Their employees are gonna be armed to the teeth. They are not playing. Because again, it's not just preservation of life with them, it's preservation of that property. Some of y'all doing things and then y'all stealing. Some of y'all are stealing the dumbest things. And that, again, that's the dumbest thing that cost you your life. I'm sorry to say it that way. And again, RIP to that little boy. But it's crazy. A lot of times you just gotta open your mouth and ask, man. That's a whole fact, Chris. But see, there's a thing though. When people still living by division tactics, when people are still wanting to be separated because of quote unquote race, creed, so on and so forth, that's where the problem starts at. Got to be able to change the way we think and just change the bulk. Because again, we don't want to see no more youth losing their life. We don't want to see no more youth being kidnapped. Again, it's a multitude of things that again we got to keep these youth preserved, man. Because again, most of these youth could be something beneficial in the future, but we will never know if we keep having these situations happening and losing their life. Young souls going in for what? So I was adamant we have these talks. Even on these platforms, it's adamant we have these talks. And prayers and condolences do go out to that family. Because either which way, it was a terrible situation and it didn't even have to happen. And sometimes the smallest situations can turn into the most negative, biggest impact. How you doing? That's what I'm saying. We got to definitely be more aware and more conscious and really start bringing this education where it's needed. And it is a sad day because you probably have a situation like that happening somewhere around the world right now. Another teen or another baby that lost their life behind trying to do something that they shouldn't even be doing in the first place. And I want this to be known, even when it is hard to, even when it is hard and you are in the struggle, you still gotta open your mouth and make something happen. You gotta say something. For all you know, and see, I'm gonna say this too. For a lot of these establishments that do deal with food, if you see somebody coming in there, the most they stealing is food items. 9 out of 10 they hungry. They probably don't got nothing in their homes. I watched one vid. I gotta find that video. Damn, I gotta find that video. But the guy came in there and told him he couldn't. He came in there straight up and told him he couldn't afford what he was trying to get. That guy gave him a whole. That guy gave him a whole damn near grocery list and told him, you know, and told him, look, this is for you. I know you're struggling. I know you're going through something, and to avoid you or to keep you from doing something you shouldn't have to do, you know, I don't mind helping. Even if it's just giving you something at the end of the night, like some food that I'm about to throw away. And a lot of y'all establishments really need to get back to that. Monique, what's going on, baby? When you know you got enough food, when you know you got food that you really don't want to waste, wrap that food up and give it to those who might need it. You might have some families that actually need it, but some of y'all are gonna have to stop with the pride again. If you know you in dire situations, open your mouth and say something. So this way we don't have situations where the youth are out there thieving. You got to be out there thieving. You just got to really get back to that notion of getting rid of the pride and bringing back that self love. Because again, you got some of these businesses that they won't care if they give out certain things on the arm, but just be real with it. And this is what I'm saying. Look here, the poor, the middle class, they all going through a struggle regardless. Some of them rich people are even going through a struggle. Now, them higher up riches, I don't think they going through a struggle, and they can actually be beneficial to alleviate some of these struggles, but they not. And we know that for a fact. How you doing? All right. That's why I said we got to come together and bring back that notion of strong building on all the chords. Bring back these resources that are needed. Start really delving into the communities and see what's going on. And again, for some of you establishments that are dealing with food, if at the end of the day you done made a bunch of food that you really don't want to waste, wrap it up and give it out to the homeless, or wrap it up and give it up to the people or the families that might need it. Or somebody trying to figure out where their next meal coming from, especially if they really struggling. Whatever you just gave them could probably hold them down at least for a small time frame. When you don't sit there and give back to these communities the way it's supposed to be fit, even if it's a canned food drive, you don't know who the hell's suffering right now. Then you got people that been here who probably just got in the States a few years back. They still going through struggles. They might have an apartment or they might have a house, whatever, but they still going through struggles, especially the ones that's not working. If you're depending on an SSI check every month, guess what? Unless you got something off the books or something that is giving you extra income, shoot, most of y'all are going to have to apply for some sort of public assistance, whether they want to or not. And even still, it's going to be a struggle because you're only getting but so much. So I'm saying we got to bring back the resources necessary. Some of y'all got to understand too, there are programs that are helping people get jobs. You got to be willing to go and do it though. You can't sit here and expect things to fall in your lap. That goes for anybody that needs to hear it, even if you got a family. You don't want your family going through these struggles. You don't want to have a situation like what I just pinned up in the beginning of the chat. Got to get it better. You got to be able to do that. See, when you say stuff like that, a lot of times they don't want to hear it, but you're going to have to at the end of the day. Again, preservation of life. Says a lot. You know, yes, it does start from it starts from the households, but it also should start within the community as well too. Because we know there's just going to be some households that ain't adamant on doing what's right. But that don't mean the kids should have to follow down that same road either. You know, and again, it's a thing of self pride. I don't want this person to think I'm broke. I don't want this person to think I ain't got it like that. No, we all gonna go through a struggle. You got some homeless people that ain't afraid to ask because if they really hungry and they adamant on trying to get something in their stomach, yeah, they gonna talk. They gonna open their mouth. We got some that we know, all right, we going through a slight struggle. You still got that pride in the way. I'm not gonna ask this person, I don't need this help. We all need help. We all need help one way or another. And coming together, building and bringing back that necessary resource, that is a it's crucial. If I know you ain't got no sugar and you my next door neighbor, if I know you probably ain't got a few things, it ain't hard for you to say, yo, bro, you got this? Yo, bro, you think it's possible I could, even if I don't got it, well, here, take this. Go do what you gotta do. It's been times I done sat there and did the right things out my heart just because I didn't care about it. I know a couple times I had one or two people that popped in, they might have been short on something. Yo, what you here? Take this. Because again, why be short or why have to put something back because you ain't got it? Here. Yo, True, what's going on, my guy? You know, never be scared to open your mouth and ask for help when it's needed. This is why I'm saying that pride is what's killing a lot of us. If I know I ain't got it, I can ask my neighbor. If my neighbor don't got it, my next neighbor might have it. If not, it's nothing for me to ask the store clerk or the store owner, listen, I need a favor until whenever. No doubt, bro. Appreciate you. You know, come on there. You got to give that back. And again, some of y'all establishment have to get to that too. You know, you got some people who are only robbing food items and stuff like that. Instead of them having to worry about that, why don't you just sit there and set something up to where you could do something for them? Even if you're going to do something at the end of the night, listen, I'm going to put a public service announcement out for my establishment. Look, I plan on giving out some food that is needed. So if if you got a struggle going on right now, don't be scared to come and get this food. Period. If I own the food business, you crazy? If I know I got certain food I ain't gonna be able to use, or I'm not gonna want to throw it out the end of the night, man, that shit is everywhere. Sorry, it would be everywhere. Yo, Steve-O, what's going on, my guy? You know, that's what we got to get back to. Because again, that boy that lost his life over a phone cup. And then the other boy in Baltimore about to lose his life just because he wanted to go out like this is the wire or something like that. It's crazy. That's why I said sometimes that man upstairs be at the right places at the right moments. Because again, if that gun went that jam, he could have possibly shot more than that one boy on the bus. That's what I'm saying. Like we got to bring back the resources where it's necessary, so we could avoid some of this situation from happening. And then we gonna have those again that ain't gonna follow protocol. But then still, that's giving the youth and everybody else that need it is gonna give them that awareness. Like, all right, just in case we gotta come across paths with somebody like this. I meant to put the other video up too because there was another video. Guy came in there doing stupidness. Came in there, didn't even have a gun. Came to rob the spot and damn near almost got killed. That store on the move back and had that gat right in the good stash. Turned around and almost killed that dude. That's what I'm saying. We got to do better. You got some people that they just ain't gonna listen to reason. They gonna continue to do what they doing until it ends up bad for them. No doubt, Monique. You already know, baby. No doubt, Chris. You already know, bro. You know, but that's something that should be thought about. Bringing back what's needed. But like I said, you're gonna get more links and more stories like that. I gotta see if I can find that video I was just speaking about because again, that was crazy. You came in there faking like you had the gun on you and all of that, and you had them scared, but then look, you ain't have nothing on you. That's all I'm saying. Then if you want to do certain crimes, and again, I'm not condoning it, but if you feel that's what you're going to do with certain crimes, you better be strapped to the T because you don't know what could happen. And again, be your loss. It will be your downfall. That's why we gotta definitely like see the day for what it is and try to make the best options happen. That's why I'm saying protection at all costs. Oh shoot, I hear you, Monique. Don't feel bad. I got a little 12 hour myself tonight, so shoot, I got 12 hours shift the next 3 nights, so I'll be alright. At least I'm off Friday, so I can get that out the way. But we got to get back to that. This is why these conversations are needed. It should be a thought process and provoking the thought of the community. Again, how do we protect them if we ain't really trying to set them up with no real knowledge? And who knows? That kid probably could have went on to be something great in life, but you'll never know because tragically lost his life. And I want to give a healing prayer to those who aren't here right now. Um, like I said, your health is your wealth. So health and prosperity for 2023. You know, and prayers to those who need it right now, especially those who lost loved ones as of today. It's just again, life is too short to be focusing on madness and drama. We need to start focusing on how we alleviate some of the dramas and the tragedies going on in our communities. This is worldwide. And again, you hope those 30 people who got abducted end up coming back home. Still going back on that because that's crazy. So that's 45 people within a couple weeks span, 2, 3 weeks span in 2 different states. Like that's mind boggling because that number could have been bigger. And if it's not the youth getting wrapped up or kidnapped, if it's not the young babies getting wrapped up and kidnapped, it's some of these adult women. That's what I'm saying. You got to be mindful as a community. You see something that look unsavory, man. You better interact and do something. And Mo, already know. Appreciate you for saying what you said last night. Even down to those people that live near the border, start paying attention to certain things. Because if something look unsavory, that means it is unsavory and something could be happening. You know, if you haven't done so, you already know. Drop links and show each other love in here. Um, Again, this conversation is needed on all accounts. It needed. We gotta shape things in a better light, and we gotta show these youth that again, there's something better outside of robbing and stealing. When you out here doing those type of things, you taking a risk at your own life again. You don't want that. You want to try to be the best possible you. So again, you're gonna have to figure out ways to bring these situations to a halt. You know, Like again, you got these youth out here. They want to rob, and it's not just the stores that they robbing. You want to try to rob people's cars. You want to rob from their property. Like it got to be something better than that. You know. Let me do this right now, y'all. Hold on. See, and then this is another thing too. You know, even down to some of you grown men, you just doing the craziest things. And then now people gotta. That's why I'm saying there's always going to be a mix-up with that one. You want to have those who are justified in doing what they're doing, and you want to have those who ain't. And the ones that ain't, that's the sad part about it. If I feel I gotta get rid of something, not even so much as get rid of you. If I feel I gotta detain you anyway, anyhow, because you are nah. I gotta do what I gotta do. But I'm gonna make sure you ain't losing your life neither. I'm just gonna give you a stern lesson on why you shouldn't be trying to rob and steal no more. And even with that situation, come on, son, you out of here with that light. Come on, son, you out here with that light skin stuff, son. Come on, son. Come back over here with that bullshit. You see I'm on TV. My bad, John. You know, but again, like even that one, I just said, now the store owner got arrested for shooting the bed thief. Like, come on now. If I feel I gotta maim you, or if I feel you are a threat, because I don't know, for you know, that bed thief could have had a gun. You never know. You gonna have some people that coming in, you should already look at the body language and it should tell you something don't sit right. And if you know you ain't gonna be able to stop certain things, man, just let it go. Because 9 out of 10, they gonna think twice sometimes. Some people think twice before they go into the same spot trying to rob the spot. And again, if you know these people are only robbing food items and stuff like that, I mean they broke. They hurting right now. I'm sorry to say it, they hurting. Chris, what's going on? You know, and that's my thing though. You know, be mindful. You know, we're gonna keep having situations like that, but you don't want that. You definitely don't. Hold on 1 second, y'all. You know, you never know. Never know. But all in all, though, it's the truth. You know, we gotta bring back the most reasonable resources needed so we can avoid situations like that. You know, and again, got a youth that lost their life just taking the simplest thing like a cup. Again, gotta start, gotta start bringing something back that's needed. Start showing them and bringing that education and awareness. Yep, just in case, Chris, just in case. You never know. Because when topics like this are being brought up and talked about, you got people that want to be funny, want to try to disturb a show or try to disturb a conversation, but not really for it today. Because again, we need to start preserving the life of those who need to be preserved at all costs. Again, you got 30 people missing right now. Hopefully, they all make it home some way, somehow. And then you got another 15 out here missing. This is why I said as a community come together and start bringing back those necessary educations and resources. Some parents, you're just going to have to really teach your kids that if you don't got it, just open your mouth and ask. The worst somebody could say is no. But you go on a thief or do something that could possibly lose you your life, it ain't worth it. Miss April, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know it's the truth. What the hell you done did now?
Nah, I'm watching this nigga Banger. Banger posted some shit, but he got into an altercation over there. Niggas like, take this shit down. None of y'all niggas know how to fight.
Oh shoot, I'm done. My bad, y'all. You know, I had to chime in with the people this morning. But again, we need these conversations, and we're gonna continue to have them until we can at least alleviate some of these stresses and problems. Again, nobody should have to worry about losing their life. Nobody should have to worry about their child getting killed. But then again, you should be teaching your children the right from wrongs. And again, just do what's necessary for all of y'all. We're gonna need that because while we losing people left and right, we could be saving those people for that future fight. Because trust me, we trying to build better options, better solutions, and it's needed. And again, come back together as the community and really start sitting on the right things. It's crazy that some people are getting kidnapped. They could be right within the area or within the vicinity, but nobody knows, nobody's paying attention. For 30 people to go missing like that within 2 weeks and nobody sees or hears anything, that is a stern, strong problem. Again, start getting back to opening your mouth. That notion is real. Closed mouth, don't get fed. That's on all angles, even in your community. Use your voice and stand up on the right things, and we can see a better future. We can start seeing a better future. And again, you don't got to be the most positive role model, but you just got to have some sort of dignity and some sort of sense. And that's really what's needed right now. Hold on. Oh, I think it's almost time for my recertification from my healthcare. It's always something too. I don't know, realist. I don't know. Shouts to Liz B. Shouts to everybody in here, man. And again, shouts to everybody that made it possible for your boy to make it past that 1K. Like I said, we still growing, we still building, we still gonna continue to build. Um, just be mindful of what's going on. Because again, some of these establishments are they not even caring no more. If they feel you're gonna be an example, guess what? You're gonna be an example. And it's sad because you don't want to see this type of news. You don't want to hear this type of situations happening. But again, when we not teaching and we not showing the examples that need to be shown, we losing this battle every day. And again, why should we have to lose the war because we not trying to stand up and build our army the way we supposed to build it? But again, hopefully, some people are getting the message. And see, this is for everybody that needs to hear it. You do know at some point all that thieving you doing, it comes back to haunt you. And even if you think you got away with it, you really didn't. Because at some point, it'll come back as a curse on you, your family. It can mostly come back on you, and they'll be somewhere down the line. Tori, what's going on, baby? Hope all is well with you, sis. Um, Again, for those who might have seen it in the beginning, again, these ain't nothing to be overlooked because we could possibly have the same situation happening right now as we speak, even if it is broad daylight. We need to stop losing life. We need to start preserving it and start pushing those ones that want to be pushed in the right direction. And if not, we failing again in society. And this is another part of society's woes, just not giving that education where it's needed. Bringing back these workshops for the youth and anybody that might need. But then we do have some programs that are still beneficial. But we know some of these programs, they not really for the youth. They for those young adults. So again, when you leaving these kids nothing, the only thing you showing them is either they're gonna be in the streets until they a certain age, or they gonna wait until a certain age to start working. Start encouraging and bringing back a lot of these programs. See, he was talking about trying to eliminate some of youth program, but then again, you can't even do that because you are supposed to be somewhat teaching these kids the value of a dollar.
They still got some of you?
They do, but it's like it's wearing down on that too. Because again, you got more youth worried about being in the streets than trying to create something at least. Not all on the messed up path. I'm keep it that way. Not all of them. Some of them actually doing what they're doing. Some of them are actually getting working papers and trying to work even after school. Because some people are adamant on doing what they're doing. I want to pay for this. In case my mom or my pops can't afford this, let me try to put something to the side so when it's needed, I could use it on my own. That's teaching responsibility right there. And that's what's needed. Teaching strong responsibilities again. Value of a dollar. And even though the value of a dollar is kind of going down now still, it's adamant we start teaching and start preparing in the best way. But it is a travesty though, because again, those two stories was different in its entirety again. But it's sad because it is nonetheless two wasted spirits that could have been something greater in the future. I hear you, Tori, and see that's a blessing right there too. Seeing some of y'all adults need to get into that. Trying to help these youth that actually want to do something with themselves, try to push them in the right direction. Like I said, that situation I had that one night at work, I thought they was trying to do something crazy. Nah, they was really waiting around trying to see which spots was trying to open. I think one of the other ones got the job across the street from me in IHOP. The other one definitely is still around my area. Like I said, there's a couple of them that they didn't get what they wanted out here, but they still got that drive and determination to do something, and that's the most important thing. Try to show them that there's better ways to obtain things in life without necessarily having to rob and steal from somebody. If I feel I gotta rob and do all that extra shit, I just don't want it. Fuck it. Sorry, because I'm old school like that. Moms did instill that in me. Always remember, when you taking and thieving from people on that level, it comes back. It might not hit you right away, but it'll hit you. If you're not prepared for what comes with it, don't do it. Same thing with crime. You ain't really ready to be behind that wall and do that time. Don't do the crime. It's just that simple in life, but some people don't even listen to the simplest instructions. Yeah, but Chris, this the thing. Some of the youth only be wild because again, when nobody is giving them the right direction, when nobody is showing them something positive, what you think gonna happen? And again, when they don't even got the simplest resources that could keep them out the streets, this is what's gonna happen until we start changing the ball. No, and again, even the simplest information, like I told homie, I said he too young to be up in my job, at least for anything permanently. But if he was trying to get seasonal work, he can go online and do that. And the same thing I told him, a lot of them spots they gonna want working papers. Even they might take you even if you are in school, but they gonna want working papers. They gonna want some sort of proof that you able to work. You know, and that's the thing. When you are bringing the right type of resources and things back in the communities, you can stop a lot of the youth from wilding out and crashing out.
Oh shit.
See, Chris, that's some, not all. The ones that are doing those type of things, that's because they already done gave up. They already see that's the life they want to live. And if they parents or anybody around them that's raising them is living that way, then guess what? Till you show them something better, this is what they're gonna do. It's gonna be a repeated process. Mo, what's going on, baby? And again, when you have some adults that are not showing the best examples, even if they out in the streets, we're gonna have that problem. And again, I can't fully blame the youth for a lot of things that's happening. Again, some adults are gonna have to take accountability. Some of the elders, some of the adults, shoot, they're gonna have to take accountability. Damn it. But again, we're gonna have to continuously have these conversations. Give them the best options and mindsets. Because that's what's needed right now. We shouldn't have no more loss of life. Yo, fucking hole in that bitch somewhere. Cheap ass roll up. My bad, y'all. But see, when people come together and have these good talks and conversation, like even in the chat, you got those who are dropping gems and knowledge. Those do pop up on the panel again, they drop in jewels and knowledge, which is needed right now. But again, pride is a situation that divides us, but it also is killing us. That pride right there alone is a self-destruction tool. It is. If I know I can't afford certain things, I might as well just open my mouth and say it. Ain't nothing wrong with saying nothing or even being truthful about something. Because again, we all are having some sort of struggle. It's sad again because that boy lost his life over a phone cut. And you are hearing stories like this where youth are losing their life over the simplest things that they shouldn't even lose their life over. Candy bars, juices, so on and so forth. You name it. If they feel that's what it is, it's what it is. You already know. Appreciate you, Riaz, for dropping links. You already know dropping links, show love in here. Definitely some good people in here. We bring this, when we bring these conversations, we are bringing something to the forefront, whether some people believe it or not. And another thing I'm gonna need some of you parents to do, especially those with the youngins, start paying more attention to your kid. Your kid should not be wandering off and end up somewhere they ain't supposed to be.
That shit happened yesterday. I'm glad you been
Nah, it's son, because it's been like
I was
happening
walking
recently,
through
bro.
288. Shorty, she's like, "Ja, did you see my son? What?" And the funny part is, the little nigga just dead walked right past me. So I'm like, nah. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I just seen him. He was right there by the. She all the way in the entrance of 288 Park. He all the way by he by 288, the gate part, but not the first gate, like
Now
right
you
here.
further down.
He went past, he opened the gate and went in that shit. I'm like, oh damn, how you get that far that quick?
It's
Like,
crazy.
oh, ain't not watching my son. No. It's not no thing. You're not watching.
Rachel, what's going on, baby?
Niggas ain't have him. You have him.
You know, and that's the thing, though. See, right there's a prime example of why, even as the community, you got to be on calling on point. Because, see, that could have been a dire situation. Now your kid lost in the sauce. And again, they kidnapping. They are still on that. They are kidnapping and grabbing these kids up at a high rate. And this is happening worldwide. And again, Chris, that's for those people who are coming from those backgrounds where, they don't care. I can't say that for the ones who got good positions, because you got those who are following what they're supposed to be following. You got those who are making efforts. And again, some of these people are reaching for greater things. They trying to reach for things that the adults are reaching for. If they lazy, if they don't want to do something, it's because you're not teaching them nothing. Again, they got to start from home. And I can't blame all parents, because some parents are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, and their kids are actually following protocol. For the ones that ain't following protocol, that's because they probably being not just abused, they probably getting pushed and bullied, or they getting pushed away from certain things. And when you got too much of a stronghold on your kids, they start rebelling. So I'm saying there's always going to be a trick bag to that, because you got those who are being taught something, and if they being taught the right way, they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. The ones that want everything for free are the ones that ain't been taught nothing, or they only been taught get it how you live, or whatever opportunity presents itself, just take it, even if it's a bad one. That's what they being taught. So this is why certain things not being instilled and implemented. Again, every home is different. Every background is different. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was situations where I thought I was gonna go outside. Where you thought you was going? Get ready. Now, you got a few things to do. Get that out the way. And even if I didn't want to, I got it out the way, so I knew for a fact I had to worry about it later or coming down the line. And I'm gonna tell you this right now too, Chris. Another reason why some of those situations is happening, what you just said, is because when those damn establishments, excuse my language, let me put this up, are telling you how to raise your kids and what to do with your kids, this is what you're getting right now. You're only gonna have to select few who are living by the law of the land, as far as I'm gonna raise my kid the way I see fit. If I gotta discipline them, I'm gonna discipline them. But I'm not gonna beat them like some next person in the street neither. I'm gonna discipline them to where they understand they not gonna be able to do certain things and not have to worry about a consequence. You will worry about consequences. Yep. And the consequences of stealing, majority of the time, is death. Hold on, give me 1 second. My fault. I had to send this text out real quick. Yeah, definitely an informational text, like I'm always doing. And a couple people alive. Shout outs to Together We Breaking Chains. Shout outs to Miss Tracy. Shout outs to Vern. A few other ones that's live right now. My bad, y'all. I have to catch those replays. K-Me, what's going on, my guy? Chris, it's not them overrunning. It's the fact that these establishments, again, they are trying to tell you what and what you can't do with your kids. And when some people are that in fear of either losing their kids or possibly going through all that madness, they figure might as well just follow protocol. But then again, you setting them up for failure. You mean to tell me you're gonna allow a kid to be so disrespectful that they nobody can check them? No, no, no. That's just how they end up going through. It's like they trying to train your kids to be ready for the system. Yeah, Mo, that's what I'm saying. No doubt, Tanya. Appreciate you, baby, and have a smooth one at work. Um, check your message. I think I sent you the information on how to do it, at least from the phone. But I know it's easy to do it on the laptop. So, but all in all, though, we definitely need to have these conversations. The more we have them, the more we can start seeing a different change in the build and everything. And again, those two stories was a pure example of loss of life. When they could have been adamant people standing strong on this fight. Chris, now I feel like you kind of being a distraction because nobody over here is letting their kids overrun nothing. We just saying there's some situations where this is why it's happening. They following quote unquote protocol. If a government is telling you how to raise your kid, and you going to follow protocol, what you think is going to happen? Well, I said we got to be stronger, got to be more mindful and more preserving of everything. No, don't worry, Mo. You already know what time it is. I feel where it's going right now. Because apparently somebody not getting the conversation real well. There are some people who are not treating their kids like angels and anything else. They treating them the way they supposed to be treating them. You have those who are actually listening to their parents. Whoever's raising them, they're definitely listening. Especially if it's stern figures, not just female, but a male figure in that house. It could be an uncle. You got one of those uncles in your family that ain't trying to hear that, whether they live there or not. Trust me, they listening. Them kids are listening. And some of them uncles ain't playing. If I gotta come in for my sister one more time, like, hey, you know that. Exactly. And I always felt like this, even in the community. If you got a strong presence, doesn't matter if it's an uncle, godfather, cousin, whoever. Some of them kids will get in line. And again, when you got the establishment telling you how to raise kids and what you should and shouldn't do, what you think we gonna get until the people start waking up. This is why these conversations are needed. No, we don't gotta treat them like perfect angels, but we do still gotta treat them as such because they are gonna be in the future when we long gone. Don't forget that part. When we long gone, they gonna be trying to lead the future and trying to change for the better. So again, give the opportunities where it's needed. And seeing when you say things like that of that nature, you gotta again, you kind of disturbing the balance. All right,
Felt like I lost,
caught you looking. What's going on, baby?
felt like I lost 30 pounds.
You know, yeah, I work tonight, Monique. I got a double shift tonight. I got the next 3 days of doubles, bro. But I'm on Friday, baby. You know, but this is my thing, though. When you have conversations of this magnitude, is needed. You know, that's the thing. You gotta stay on the youth regardless. No, you're not supposed to treat them like perfect angels, but you ain't supposed to treat them like prisoners or slaves neither. Again, it's a respect level. We gotta learn to start respecting each other. Rachel, I ain't messing with you. Letitia, what's going on, baby? Val, what's going on, baby? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, I'm serious. Talks is dire and needed because guess what? When we sitting back and allowing things to happen, we're gonna continue to get these stories like I spoke of. Two losses of life that could have been something good and positive for the growth and the benefit of the future. And see, I'm not judgmental, but I am logical. So I'm being as logical as possible. And I feel it's needed to be said right now. If you are coming in here with that notion of trying to disturb or even trying to say certain things along a nature that shouldn't be said, you are part of that problem that we speak of right now. Instead of the youth hearing people saying something negative or always saying something judgmental, how about they hear something about positivity and growth? Exactly, Rachel. That is truth right there. But this is why it's adamant because even those who didn't have it at home, they had it in the community. So why not try to shape it that way? And they had positive love. I knew some people who came from terrible backgrounds, but the people in the community wasn't allowing it to happen. And if any way they could be beneficial towards that youth, they was going to do so. You even had teachers that was in schools that was even adamant on making sure some of these kids did what they needed to do and succeeded, and they did succeed. So again, it starts not just within the home; it starts within the community. You got kids that are not being loved at home. That trust me, everybody in the community is loving them and wondering why they are suffering the way they suffer. And you're gonna have those who are gonna take, immediate course of action. If they're gonna get these kids out of dire situations and put them in better, they will do so. But then you got those who will just sit there and turn a blind eye to it. Seen this happen time and time again. That's why these talks is necessary. See, again, I ain't gonna never be judgmental. I ain't gonna say nothing off the wall crazy. I'm just gonna say something logical, something that should just stick in your thought process for a minute. Again, show the love and respect and bring back what's needed. You got some kids that they telling you why. Some of them are telling you exactly why they are angry and why they lashing out. And some of y'all still not listening and not hearing it. So again, that's a problem. Even on here, when you could be showing better and doing better, you choose to do something opposite. Marlene, what's going on, baby? I already knew you was in the bushes. I smell curry chicken up in here. I smelled it. You know, and that's what I'm saying. When you got the people that come here and build on the right level, you know, it is what it is. What's your America? What's going on, my guy? You know, but it's needed though. Bring back what's needed so we can try to preserve the life of those who definitely need it. Yeah, I know, Rachel. That's what we needed back in the community. That type of watch. Again, watchful eyes on all the chords. Like I said last night, watchful eyes on all the chords. Because again, like I just told somebody the other day, I said you got your kids playing up and down in the hallway, even near the stairwells. Like you don't know, something could pop off. And we know a lot of these buildings out here, especially in housing, they doors are broke. Even if they just got remodeled shit in the building, yeah, the people know how to break and mess up stuff. So again, that's a danger right there. And honestly, your kid should be in the house, not running up and down. And they should be in the bed at a certain time. But it goes to show you, again, we not being watchful on certain things. I appreciate you, Tori, because you already know, we just having a regular conversation and we also building. And I try to keep that positive note going no matter what. You'll have those who don't like it, but so what? I don't like the fact that you're negative, but I gotta sit here and reason with it, right? You know, and this is what we need to get back tight and close knit as a community. Again, these division tactics is another reason why we can't. Especially when it comes down to us melanated people. I'm sorry. It's like we still stuck on what happened and what is still kind of happening. But again, it's only happening because we're allowing it to happen. We're not standing up. We are too busy recording instead of trying to really get into the fight. So when we not doing what we supposed to be doing, we're gonna always shift the wrong way. And again, you know, we had those neighbors that was watchful. I know such and such kid. Especially, you got to look at it. If my kids are playing with your kids, prime example, I gotta know what your friends is into. I gotta know what your friends are doing, even when they're not here. Because again, watchful eyes. All you know, all of them could be getting into something. You'll never know. That's what I'm saying. Got to build that strength from inside and outside. Hammer, what's going on, baby? You know, get back to that. Stop letting establishments, stop letting certain things dictate you on how you raise your kids. And again, it's appreciation for all of y'all. And I'm trying to do something this upcoming week. I'm gonna see how this pan out. Uh, I still gotta wait for something to get verified in particular. But all in all, though, this is a positive build. We're gonna keep doing that until we at least wake up the people and they see that. Look, we gotta do better. We gotta be better. And if we want these youth to be the strong backbone of the future building, we gotta groom them the right way. Groom them away from the streets. Groom them away from everything that's possibly tearing them down like it's tearing us down. James, what's going on, my guy? You know, and again, when you come to places like this is a blueprint for some even that's on here building. You could come here, be strong with the people, be yourself, and have a good conversation and good building. You don't necessarily always gotta go left. And even when it does feel like it's going left, you got the option to stop everything right then and there. See, this is what I present. When I feel something is becoming too much, I get rid of you. Why? Because again, we on a positive bill. We ain't got time for ignorance. We ain't got time for people playing around and making light of situations that's not funny. And if you feel you're gonna come here with that notion, you're gonna get up out of here. So let me make that a public service announcement. Because I'm building with strong people and not weak-minded individuals. It's everybody that's been here, whether they've been here from the beginning or not, are strong-minded individuals, and I appreciate y'all for being here. And if I can't figure it out this week, don't worry. We still got songs. I do appreciate the people. I'm gonna show my appreciation the best way possible. But all in all, though, we gotta get back to just building strong and building strong-minded. We know we got um certain community events. Be a part of that. You never know what could be going on. For all you know, you could shape shift something that could be going on, something they trying to implement. So I pay to go to those meetings sometimes. Just came in? Yeah. I got a feeling she might call this phone soon. My bad, y'all. In the event you hear me saying, yeah, I got another Gemini birthday coming up this Friday. But it's all love, baby. You know, and this is a public service announcement for the world to hear this. Get back into accordance with the people in your community. Even if you don't know them that well, get to know them. Because again, you could be a beneficial part of trying to alleviate some of these problems. The youth don't need to be out here robbing and killing and stealing. Neither do the adults, but some of y'all adults choose to live the way you live until you get the consequence you get. We shouldn't have that. We need more life preservation again because these people are going to be in the future. When we long gone, we want to at least try to believe that we did something good and that we stood on something. That's why I keep bringing this balance like I'm bringing to the world here. And for those who think I'm not building or think that I'm not trying to do what I am trying to do, you just sit back and watch me do what I do. And don't be a pest any way you think you're going. Because I'm going to just flick you off like a mosquito and keep it pushing. I don't deal with weak-minded individuals. And if you come in with that notion on trying to disturb a good bill, then you are weak-minded and you will be getting up out of here. And I don't care what you say or how you say anything, any way you say it, I'm still going to tell you. Ask what you did for you to get excommunicated. I don't just do that for no reason. And that's in real time. Mr. John, you want to tell the people? He ain't even got to say nothing. It's nodded his head. Like, he already know what it is. Uh-oh. She looking for you again, I think.
Yo, they fucked up the back door.
Yeah, you got to go through the front.
I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah,
Key.
Nah, you got to go through the front.
Oh, you can't use the key neither?
Now you can use the key. The key thing messed up again?
Nah, because I was using this and the shit don't work.
Yeah, you got to use your key for the back door. The other key you got to use for the front, bro, because they ain't. I got to fix that.
You gonna say, well, oh, you know that means you don't live here. Oh, yes, the fuck I do. What the fuck you talking about, jackass?
It's always something.
Yeah, she a whole jackass for that because as soon as I walked in there, I'm like, all right, I don't live here.
Facts
So
right
I
there.
went out through the front door, closed it.
Yeah.
I don't live here, jackass.
Yeah, you always gotta prove somebody
Mind
wrong.
your fucking
But that
business.
part right there, Tori, is the truth. We are the leaders of the new school right now. So we gotta teach them better and show them better. We do got people that still live on Lord of the Land tactics. We see something out of pocket, nah, that's your neck, baby. You're gonna be neck bone stew when we done with you. But this is why it's adamant. Again, their division tactic ain't doing nothing but hurting everybody and it's blindsiding everybody. Time to get it together. We don't do it now, we ain't gonna never be able to fight this war. We ain't gonna never be able to win this war. Take into consideration what was said today. We just gotta do better. And we only got to bring those who got a strong will and a strong mind to want to do better. Can't bring those who feel they're going to do the opposite because they're going to be the problem. Told you.
What key you using?
But this was definitely a good talking conversation. I ain't going to hold y'all that long today. Commander, what's going on, baby? Ain't going to lie to you. This was a conversation that was needed, and I might just do a part 2 tonight. Got this double shift, so I'll leave the panel open. If anybody want to pop in, you want to add something to the convo, you know y'all more than welcome. Again, this is something that's needed. And we're going to continue to build. We're going to continue to grow. And we're going to continue to show the world that we can make a difference on here and off here. So I ain't going to hold y'all up. I'm finally getting hungry, and I'm trying to debate what's for lunch. Might go back and eat that big bowl of spaghetti that y'all seen yesterday. So, you know. But this is definitely a good conversation, and we're going to continuously build no matter what. And for those who feel not going to, yeah, I'm about to end it. You know, that's going to run you about $14. Come on, the Spanish dude only charged me $6. Well, take yourself there and let her mess you up.
She don't got her key. You don't have to, so I don't have the main key.
Commander, you're going to have to catch the replay, though. But yeah, this is definitely a good topic of conversation. We're going to continue to have those. Until we really instill into the people that we got to make a change for the better, we're going to need these. And even for the youth, again. And even those catching the replay, those 2 links that are in there, that goes to show you 2 different situations, again, but a loss of life when it could have been avoided. You know, we got to definitely do better and show the youth better. Those who definitely want to be a part of the building and the growth, we got to get them up. This is why we still needed these. We need these little community outreaches, and we need these little programs back. And we as the people got to instill that. Even if it starts with the smallest and then we get to the biggest, that's how it got to happen. But like I said, I'll definitely be back tonight with a open panel, and y'all more than welcome to hit the panel. Definitely a good talking conversation. I'm about to go figure out lunch now. Finally got hungry. And good morning to those on the West Coast. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Tuesday. Oh, I forgot it's Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. And for those in the UK, good evening. And for those in Australia,
I'll be back. I got
happy Wednesday to y'all. You know, we'll definitely in Australia. It is. You forgot I got people everywhere, baby. But this was definitely a good talk. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all already know what it is, baby. And for everybody that was in attendance, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. Like I said, I'll definitely set the time reminder for this open panel tonight. We'll definitely be back in the building. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And enjoy your afternoons, your mornings, and your evenings. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.